Hey, what's up guys? It's Mark Yoon, and today I'm bringing you another hopefully exciting video. So what we have for you today is two trailers. The first one I wanted to talk about is the new trailer for the Dragon Ball Project Z game, the action RPG that's slated to do out sometime in 2019. We don't know when that's coming out, but finally we have a trailer that's dropped for it. You can tell it's open world because they show these landscaping pictures at the end of the trailer, which I'll be playing in the background as I speak about it. And, you know, aside from the fights that you see with Goku and Piccolo starting from the, it looks like the end of Dragon Ball, or it could be the beginning of Z before they meet Raditz, all the way up until Goku turns Super Saiyan and defeats Frieza. You see Goku walking by some different landscapes that we are familiar with Dragon Ball, such as, I believe, Kame House and Capsule Corporation, stuff like that. But, it's just an exciting trailer. It's nice to see. I know there's some people that aren't super excited about it. I know Ragnaroth isn't sure if he's getting it or not yet. I'm 100% getting it because we haven't had like an RPG style Dragon Ball game, if you can even call Sagas that, since Sagas on the PlayStation 2. You could include the Legacy of Goku collection in that. That was definitely RPG-ish type, but this looked more like to be something of Breath of the Wild or something like that along those lines. It looks like it's going to be open world. As far as what they're going to cover in it, I think it's just a teaser to show up until the Frieza saga. I'm not sure if it's going to end there. I mean, there certainly is enough continuity to cover for a story up until that point, because most fighting games, you know, just gloss over like a lot of the events that actually happen. But if we're dealing with like NPCs and side missions and stuff like that, we could be looking at a lot more gameplay than we're looking forward to if it pertains to the Frieza saga. I'm still not sure. This is just a trailer. So there is a lot of people going by that like they want DLC and blah blah. Yeah, sure, but we don't know what this game's covering yet. This could be just like the first trailer, just to get us into like what they're thinking. Maybe they're only done up to the Frieza saga, and that was showable. Maybe the Android saga is en route or something like that. I don't know. Hopefully they cover all of Z up through the Boo arc. I know I have an unpopular opinion where I like to have GT in games because I really like Super Saiyan 4 and some of the character designs like Baby and Super 17, Omega Shenron. I like a lot of those characters. So like it would be cool if that was included, but I doubt it. But you know, this looks like it's shaping up. I mean, I haven't seen really much gameplay. We've seen that cinematic trailer, and that looks decent. It looks good. It makes me excited. I like the new art direction that it's going in. It looked like dynamic shadows, and I don't know, just the way the characters looked. It felt like it was coming off of the actual screen. I know a lot of people say that like FighterZ is like the best looking Dragon Ball game, but like that's only when it's in like cinematic mode. When it's down to like 2D FighterZ, like it doesn't really have that same dynamic feel. But being a cinematic open world story, hopefully single player adventure game, this looks like we can actually have that for once, and it's nice to get a break from that, being is that, like I said, we've been getting nothing but Dragon Ball fighting games for the past like however long. And I know a lot of people really like Legacy Goku, not necessarily the first one because it has problems, but 2 and Boo's Fury were definitely like idolized. I know a lot of people like those games. I especially like them myself, especially when they made like the MIDI file music of like the Bruce Faulconer soundtrack. That was really cool. So we have that, and then like where they're going to go with the game, nobody knows. I'm not going to try and speculate or make any kind of like say to that. I'd rather wait for more information before I give any kind of consolement on that factor. I don't want to actually like talk about things that I don't know about. Some people do, and it bites them in the foot. But I always like to specify that like speculation is speculation, rumors are rumors, and my opinions are my own. Alongside that, though, are you guys excited to play this game? Like, did you watch it? Well, obviously you're watching the trailer now if you haven't watched it already. So, what do you think about it? I will link the actual trailer in my description box down below, so you can actually watch it with like the full sound and stuff like that, just because I don't want to get copyright strike. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at the new trailer for Season Pass 2 for FighterZ. So I covered this like a year and a half ago on my channel when there were those rumors and leaks that came out. thankfully they turned out to be false. I mean, like, the one sad thing that I haven't seen so far is, like, I was really kind of excited to play as Raditz, but, I mean, we're still up in the air for those last two characters, but it looks like they're doing, it could be a good mix, because they have Boo Saga characters in there, they have Tournament of Power characters in there, and then they have Dragon Ball Super Movie Broly characters in there. So, also be playing the trailer while I'm talking about it. But if you guys have seen the trailer, you know that they just gave an announcement trailer for Jiren and for Videl. It is kind of nice to see Great Saiyaman showing up alongside Videl. I like Great Saiyaman, but not so much as like if they chose him for an actual fighter in this game. I mean, I could have dealt with it, but I like it better that he's with Videl. It makes more sense. I kind of like Pigtails Videl better than the short hair Videl when she fought like Spopovich, but this looks fine. She looks great. The moves look good. The thing about Jiren though is like when we have him in Xenoverse, Xenoverse tends to put out games, put out characters early instead of like just to build hype, I guess, instead of thoroughly like playing them out. So a lot of characters in Xenoverse have similar like moves. Like a lot of people have like Final Blow or whatever for their like ultimate. There's like a lot of repetitivity in that, and I'm not saying I don't like Xenoverse 2. I still play Xenoverse 2 a lot. It's still my main Dragon Ball game that I play, unless you count Infinite World, then I play that the most. But Jiren looks good in this. He looks like they've had time to flesh the character out. The Tournament Power saga is over, so Broly's moveset is completely fleshed out in this. It looks like Archie's did a good job with incorporating the actual moves from the anime into this character. So that's nice to see a more true iteration or rendition of Jiren in the game. So that's nice and easy to look forward to. Like I said, to me, Videl looks pretty good. At this point, like, I just want more unique characters as opposed to, you know, just like throwing people in there. Like, I'm not saying that like everyone has a favorite in the show, so like somebody's gonna be happy for this, and some are gonna be more happy than others, obviously. So like I'm not gonna like trash the decision to include Videl, because I mean I'm gonna get the season pass anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But like you could, I guess, choose not to purchase certain characters if you didn't want them. That's a cop-out, but it's also like the only real option that you have. So, also at the end it shows the two characters that they're going to be showing, which is unsurprisingly legendary Super Saiyan Broly from the new movie, from Dragon Ball Super Broly, and Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. Now I'm really excited about Gogeta because Gogeta has no iteration in this game as of yet. So we have Vegito Blue, but there's no sign of any kind of Gogeta, so it's really nice to actually have him as part of the show. I mean, as part of the game. So I will be definitely using him in fighters. I'll probably use Broly too. The only like Broly already exists in the game. It's the old Broly from the old movie, which I'm fine with. Like I'll play as both of them probably, and they play different enough. I mean, it's Arceus. How many Gokus do we have in the game? And they're all differently playable. And that leads into my next point, with the speculation for the next grouping of characters. Well, if we're going by the past, and this one seems to not really have any relationship for the first part of the pack, which is coming out January 31st, by the way, is Jiren and Videl. So if we're gonna, I mean, anybody could be the same character. I'm thinking that like Ultra Instinct Goku or Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku is going to be the character after that, the third character. But for the fourth character, that's all complete speculation. Like that's all up in the air. I don't know what they would choose to do with that. It could be a movie character, it could be... I don't want to make any predictions because like that's too up in the air. So if I get the information about what it is, then I'll make a video about it. But I'm guessing that Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku is going to be the third character. And just for me, in the comment section down below, who would you rather have? Would you ever have Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku or the Ultra Instinct Omen one, the one where he fought Jiren originally in? I really like Master Ultra Instinct. His silver hair really appeals to me, so I would kind of like that, and the moveset's more streamlined, I want to say. It's like he has more control over the situation. So I would go more towards that, but I'm interested to find out what you guys would like. And, yeah, I mean, basically, it's good to have this news. It's nice to see these trailers. there has been a lot of Dragon Ball stuff coming out of late. I don't really feel too much fatigue because I still remember back in the day when all we literally had to play was Dragon Ball Legends, Dragon Ball GT Final Bout, Ultimate Battle 22, and all those games for the SNES or the Famicom that like never came over here, like Hyper Dimension and stuff like that. So there was a long spout of time where I had no Dragon Ball, so I'm super happy to have a Dragon Ball game every year. Even if it does turn out that we get certain games like Battle of Z, which I didn't really like. I still own it. I purchased that game digitally so I can play with, well, I bought it physically, but I paid it digitally so I can play with my brother on my older account, because on PS3 you could share your account. Excuse me. But yeah, that's a whole other video of itself, like whether we like the licensing issues with Toy and Bando to be able to produce these, or Shueisha, whoever it may be, to produce these games every single year when like we get flops like occasionally. I mean, there's been almost as many bad Dragon Ball games as there has been good Dragon Ball games. Dragon Ball Connect was a travesty. Ultimate Tenkaichi was only that in name. The story mode was cool. The creative character was the first time we had it in Dragon Ball, so that was nice. It looked beautiful. The only thing that stunk was the fighting system, because it's pretty much like you go and you do a combo and it immediately puts you into like a rock, paper, scissors type of situation. And it almost puts it into like there's a no skill type thing. I started being able to read what I could press based on what the enemy pressed, but that was after 2 full playthroughs of the game. So I wouldn't actually put that on the list of like the good Dragon Ball games either. But like I said, that's another video. Like maybe I'll do a best of Dragon Ball games and a worst of Dragon Ball games list. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys would like to see that. Dragon Ball is like probably my favorite thing in the world, and it seems to not do well on my channel. Probably because I mix it in with other fighting games and stuff like that, and it seems like a lot of the people that go to the Dragon Ball people are there for like simply Dragon Ball, like when we have the big dogs like Danny Beacon 101, like whether you got Dion or Rhyme Style or, you know, Nano. I mean, a lot of those guys are Dragon Ball game people. Like Geekdom's more of the actual anime and, you know, debunking stuff like that. You guys know who Geekdom is. I'm not going to try and explain that, but yeah, I felt like originally when I wanted to start my channel, I wanted to do a just Dragon Ball channel, but it veered away from that. But if you can go back to look at my earlier stuff, you can see with like episode super reviews and all kinds of stuff like that. But let me know if you want to see more stuff like this on my channel. I play around with like different content once in a while just to see what works and what fits and what doesn't. So mainly it's up to you guys on whether you watch it or not, because I'd like to do like a lot of this different stuff, but if it's not feasible to sit down and edit a video for like 2.5 hours, then I have to really take that into consideration. So let me know your thoughts about this video in the comment section down below. Did you like the news that came out? Again, I'm not presenting the news, so I mean, if you want to dislike the video, go ahead. But I have noticed some people disliking videos based on news that I bring up and not the presentation of the actual video. Like, I'm not presenting this news, I'm just like giving it to you guys. So that's neither here nor there though. So in the comment section down below, tell me what you thought about the trailers. Tell me what you think about the characters that are being released for Fighter Season Pass 2. Are they scratching an itch for you, or are you a little disappointed? And if so, let me know who you actually wanted down there as well. And let me know what you think about the Dragon Ball RPG. Are you excited about this game? Is it a breath of fresh air, or is it a Breath of the Wild clone? So I just want to know anything and everything that you guys have to say. Thoughts, as always, go down in the comment section and I will answer as many of them as I can. And that's going to be the video for today, guys. Be sure to check out my friend Rich at Ragaroth. You can find a link to his channel in the description box down below. He's got a great channel. I hope you check it out. And thanks for staying. Sub if you feel like it. We do these kind of stuff all the time. I don't know, force anyone to do anything they want to do. Obviously, I can't anyway. So that's going to be the video for today, guys. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me. And as always, stay powered up. Peace.